So, before you slap that dislike button, just hear me out. I like the movie for the most part, but there are some things in it that just took it way down for me, and I will explain what those are right after I go over the synopsis. So I hope you guys are ready. Anyway, like hundreds of years ago, Shang's dad, who is also called the Mandarin, the real one, not the dumbass one, King, whatever the hell his name was. You know, from Iron Man 3, that dumbass. Yeah, that wasn't him. This is the real dude, for reals this time. Anyway, he finds some 10 rings randomly, and which give him like immortality and Dragon Ball Z powers because reasons. Also, they're not really rings, but bracelets, but calling your evil organization the 10 bracelets sounds kind of lame. So, you know, I do understand the chain. Anyway, his ultimate evil plan is to find a way to bring his dead wife back to life. Wait a second. That's literally the same plot as the freaking mummy. Anyway, the Mandarin has himself a son whose name is Shang-Chi, you know, the main character. And basically, he trained him for his entire life to just beat the crap out of people because apparently that's what you would do. But Shang is ungrateful for all of his daddy's training and runs away to San Francisco, of all places. Anyway, Shang gets himself a dead-end job in San Francisco to try to, you know, survive. Hashtag relatable. Anyway, he also meets the most annoying-ass character in the whole freaking movie. She's basically the same chick from the Thor movies, you know, the hella annoying-ass one. And I hate both of them. Anyway, eventually he gets into a fight on a bus, and it looks like amazing. I love the choreography in this film. But I will talk about that later on. Anyway, his stupid-ass sidekick is like, "No, Nani?" Shang then tells her his backstory of how he's been trained since birth to beat the crap out of people, and how he sort of maybe kind of unlocked some DBZ powers, and his dad was hella proud of him or something. Eventually, they make their way to Macau, the country, and enter an underground fighting tournament or something. Anyway, they walk in to see Wong from Doctor Strange getting his ass beat by the Abomination. You guys remember the dumbass dude who tried to turn himself into the Hulk in that dumbass movie? No? Well, me neither. Regardless, Shang steps in to rescue Wong from getting his ass beat. So Shang begins to beat the Abomination's ass, so Abomination gets embarrassed and runs away. Like a bitch. So then the 10 Rings gang shows up because they run the whole place and start to beat Shang's ass. But then Shang's sister shows up because of course she does. Oh yeah, you know, he has a sister. She sucks. Whatever. Moving on. Anyway, she helps Shang and tells him that the reason he's being chased around is because of his pendant, which opens up the door to Shambhala or wherever the hell they're trying to go, which the Mandarin needs to realive his wife. Also, by the end, it is revealed that the Mandarin is being manipulated by the other big bad of the place. In the third act, it's revealed he's an evil bad guy, blah, 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 whatever, Dormammu, that sort of crap. But, you know, I'll talk about that later. Eventually, a bunch of fights happen and the Mandarin manages to steal the pendant. So Shang and the Goon Squad attack his dad's headquarters and get beaten immediately because they suck. Then in prison, the Mandarin tells Shang his ultimate evil plan is to realive Shang's mom. You know, as you do. And then he leaves to go to Shambhala or whatever the hell that place name is. I don't remember. I'm gonna just keep calling it Shambhala. Don't forget to slap that dislike button. Anyway, Shang escapes because of course he does. With the help of, get this, the fake-ass Mandarin from Iron Man 3. That guy's back, because of course he is. Anyway, Shang follows his dad to Shambhala, and guess what? It's just full of monsters. And then like a big-ass battle happens, and Shang gets himself thrown into like a lake or a well, or it's a big-ass pile of water. In the well, he meets the protector of Shambhala, who is like a big-ass dragon, or I think he's a big-ass dragon. I don't know what he is. Anyway, he's like, "What's up, bro? Let me help you out." And then turns Shang into a Super Saiyan.
I am the light bulb in the darkness. I am the bacon in the fridge for all living things that cry out in hunger.
Then Shang and his dad shoot Kamehamehas at each other for 20 minutes. And then the Mandarin is like, "I did this for your mother, you dumbass." Blech. And then he immediately dies.
What a load of bullshit.
Then they all get together and manage to defeat Dormammu or whoever the hell the bad guy was of this movie. Anyway, it all wraps up and everybody's happy. Then in the end credits scene, Shang's sister turns out to be evil. Because why the hell not?
Mamma mia, that's a spicy meatball.
All right, be an asshole.
So yeah, that's basically the movie. And now I kind of want to talk about some of the things that I actually liked about this movie, because there is a lot to like. First, I'd say that the performances are magnifique, especially in the Mandarin. I really love this man's character. I got really invested in his plight and the fact that his evil plan is to just be reunited with his wife. And I kind of get that. Respect. And, because he's single-minded in his ambition, that is what causes his downfall. And because of his ambition, he's overbearing to his son and ignores his daughter, alienating them both. Basically, what I'm saying is that Shang's dad is a tragic character who is probably the best actor in the movie and probably the best villain in the MCU. I mean, there's Thanos, but I got my own problems with that man's. I would also like to compliment Simu Liu, I think his name is. I'm sorry about my pronunciation. I'm a white guy. The guy, Simu Liu, is the guy who plays Shang-Chi in the movie because he's really charismatic and his character is likable and relatable, especially in the beginning of the movie. I also like the dynamic between him and his dad and, the whole theme of family dynamics and legacy, as well as expectations of parents who play on their children. That's really deep and I kind of love it. Also, the fight scenes in this movie are chef's kiss. I love it. And you guys probably don't know this about me, but I am a huge fan of martial arts films. And let me tell you, when I see a fight scene that doesn't use the Jason Bourne method of getting you drunk, I am very, very happy. This movie probably has the best action in the MCU. Maybe it's rivaled by Captain America, but it's still a very high bar to reach. And there's a bunch of other stuff that I liked about this movie, like the soundtrack and stuff like that, and some of the visuals were just like wow. But you're not here to hear me talk about that. You're here to see why I'm disappointed in this film, which is what I'm about to get into. Now you might be saying to yourself, if he's praised this movie so far, why does he say he hated it? Well, basically, everything that makes this movie a Marvel movie is what I hate about it. Except for Wong. Wong is tight. I like Wong. Everything else was ass though. Like Abomination, for example. I thought that we agreed to forget that whole movie even happened. But nope, apparently here we are. Here's your freaking ghetto Hulk who shows up only to get his ass beat. This character is so dumb. Why'd you bring him back, Disney? And as long as we're talking about bringing people back, what about that fake-ass Mandarin from Iron Man 3? I would have understood if he made like a cameo and, the real Mandarin would have shot him in the face for, his terrible impersonation skills. But no, he's in the movie for so freaking long. Like, my dude, he's basically a clown, there for entertainment and literally nothing else. You could cut him and it wouldn't change the movie, like, at all. Also, I'd like to talk about the main cast because aside from this one character, who I hate, everybody else was fantastic. But the one character that I hate is Shang's freaking annoying ass best friend. I hate her. And maybe it's me, but her sense of humor is just so cringe. And whenever she was on screen, all I did was sigh and roll my eyes. I really didn't like her. Also, let's talk about Shang-Chi's sister because she's just sort of there. I really didn't give a crap about her, like, at all. Mostly because this movie is about, Shang-Chi and his dad running around, punching each other in the face. I mean, she can fight and takes over her father's evil organization at the end, but that's kind of it. Now, let's talk about the structure of the movie, because I feel like the movie gets worse as it goes along. The movie starts off great with the whole bus fight and keeps up the momentum, and it's great, and I love it. Then, in the second act, it just drags due to the whole family dynamic thing. Now, mind you, I still enjoy the movie at this stage, but it is a bit slow. But then, the third act comes along, and it's all down here from there. The reason I hate the third act is because of everybody's favorite subject, CGI. And I'm not saying that the CGI looks like crap, because it doesn't. I mean, as long as it looks better than whatever the hell Black Panther was, I am happy. Slap that dislike button. The problem is that the CGI just kind of ruins the movie for me. It starts off with this great martial arts action, and I absolutely adore it. And then by the end, they're just like shooting lasers at each other, and it's like really lame. Because we've seen stuff like this before, and at this point it's just kind of white noise. I really wish that they'd stayed more true to the whole martial arts aspect, but you know, if you are gonna do a DBZ fight, at least change it up somehow. And finally, my biggest problem with this movie is that without the MCU, it could not have been made. But it's also being held back from greatness by the MCU. But I can feel the passion of this film, from the actors to the director to the stunt doubles to the composers to everyone else. And there is a great film hiding in there somewhere, but it is being suffocated by Disney just to make it part of something larger, and this kind of hinders the film. And ultimately, this is why I'm not really into it. The film kind of left me disappointed because of these things. Now, am I saying that this is a bad film or that you shouldn't see it? No, absolutely not. I think you should go see it, especially since this is like the first ever Asian-led superhero film. Nope, I'm wrong. The Crow. I think The Crow is the first one. Or maybe it was The Green Hornet. I don't remember. But you know, still, it's an Asian-led superhero film. We don't get those often. Go see it. And, you know, it's still a piece of quality. So, there you go. Anyway, guys, that's it for the film review. Hope you liked it. If you didn't, that's fine. Slap the dislike button. I'm not gonna get mad at you. And that's it. See you guys. Goodbye.